Hello crafty friends, this is the Paper Chef here. This month's paper pumpkin is called Layered Leaves, and what I'd like to show you are some alternative projects I created with the paper pumpkin kit. Then I'd like to go over some of the materials that are included in the kit, and then I'm going to open up my second kit so that you can see what comes with one from start to finish. Okay, so the premise behind this kit is just a lot of pillow boxes and little cards for thank you gifts. Well, some of my friends donated to a friend of mine's hurricane fund on GoFundMe. So what I'm going to be doing is sending them little packages of goodies. This one's filled with chocolates. And I'm going to be sending them thank you cards and even little crates full of cards and things like that. So that's why I just was so happy to have this kit, because it came right on time. Okay, so this is pretty much the way it comes, and it also suggests to use the foiled leaves, but I was saving them for something else. Now, these pillow boxes are embossed. I tried to do a little inking with crushed curry. I don't think it worked out very well. So what I did is I just did a little inking with powder pink. Okay? And that makes the textures come out a little better. And then I layered these up and held them together with glue dots. Okay, so this is the traditional way the kit comes. Okay, so it's not really an alternative project, it's just a little variation that I did. Okay, and here's a little card. Again, it was suggested that many layers would be used, but I'm making other things with this, so I needed to save some of my materials. Okay, then I made several card bases. I didn't attach this yet, but I will be attaching this card base to crushed curry base. But I'm just going to put it on the powder pink just to show you. Okay, these are the foil leaves. They're stickers, so I think they make great elements for the card. Okay, this stamp came with the kit, and then this piece here is from the Memories and More. Color Theory, sweet. Okay, and that's what I did for a couple more cards. Now this one I actually attached because I thought this card base looked good on the powder pink, so I actually attached it. Okay, these elements are all from the paper pumpkin kit. And then this is my punch, pretty label, and I'll just go over those at the end. And I'll go over how I stamped these in different colors. Okay, this paper here is from the Memories and More pack. Okay, and now another card base I made. I didn't attach this because this is garden green and I don't have old olive, which I want to attach it to, but just to show you. Okay, again, this is from Memories and More. This is the stamp from the paper pumpkin kit, and all these elements except for this one's from the leaf punch. Okay, these elements are from the kit. Okay, and then what I also did is I made bookmarks, because I like to send people things they can actually use when I send them thank you cards. I don't just write them cards in with messages. I also send blank cards and bookmarks and things that they can use. So here are a couple of alternatives to the paper pumpkin kit. Now, what I've done is I used fresh fig, because I think, you know, that's what I was using for my card bases too. I think it just really makes these pop. I really like it. Okay, and all these great elements. And then these are held up with dimensionals, the thank you. The stamp is from the paper pumpkin kit. Okay, this is crushed curry classic weave ribbon. Okay, now let me move these out of the way. I'm going to show you 3 ways that I stamped these. Okay, now first of all, I stamped them with the Cajun Craze Stampin' Spot that came with the kit. Okay, and these leaves came out great with the Cajun Craze. Okay, but then I did some other stamping. I stamped some of the leaves with the fresh fig. I really like that a lot better because you can see the veins on the leaves. Okay. And then lastly, one of the coordinating colors with the paper pumpkin kit is soft suede. So I stamped a bunch in soft suede. Okay. Now, I'm going to do a little demonstration here. What I have done is I've taken my MISTI Stamping Tool, okay? And I took the stencil because it came with 3 sheets of these leaves. And I took the stencil and I just taped it to the inside of my MISTI with painter's tape. Okay, and then I decided that this is the one that I'm going to use, okay, to stamp onto. In other words, this is the one I'm going to be laying my blank leaf into. I was able to mass produce these leaves very easily using the method I'm about to show you, okay? So then what I did is I laid the clear stamp onto this area. I just want to start and show you exactly how I did this. All I did was lay it into the stencil area, just like so, okay? I lowered my lid, stick the stamp to my lid. You can see, getting rid of all the bubbles, lift it up. Now I'm going to go ahead and place the leaf down and I can stamp it. I need to go a little flat to show you this, okay? Because I'm just going to use fresh fig. Okay, my camera view is not very wide. I have it on narrow. So I just want to show you how I ink this up. Okay, tap, 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 tap. Give it a good ink up. Move this back into the camera view. I'm going to go ahead and lower this. And I'm going to press. And the great thing about the MISTI Stamping Tool is that it will align, and if it doesn't, if it will stamp and give a good impression, but if it doesn't, you can just re-ink it and stamp it again because your leaf is being held into place. Now look at this. You saw me put the stamp on there. It's perfect every time. I think that fresh fig looks a lot better than the Cajun Craze that came with it, and I even like it better than the soft suede. Okay, so there's a little tip for you. And then I'm just going to, wipe that off with a baby wipe. Okay, some of the materials I used. I was telling you I was trying to, since crushed curry was one of the coordinating colors with the kit, I was trying to ink up the back of these little pillow boxes because I think they need some ink on them to show the little pattern, but that didn't really work out. So, and this is just a little sponge dauber. So instead I took my powder pink and I just used a giant sponge. I squeeze the stamp, okay, and then I'm trying to do this without moving, okay, and then I just squeeze it, put some ink in the lid, tap it around. Okay, in fact, I'll just get all the ink off the lid, it doesn't matter. Now, it's powder pink, so you can just go lightly. I like that a lot better than leaving it plain. And you could do that to both sides. Now, the actual coordinating color on here was, Blushing Bride. But that's okay. I don't have Blushing Bride. You have to use what you have, folks. I'm not going to tell you to go out and buy Blushing Bride just for this purpose. I already had powder pink because I have the in colors. So powder pink works for this, and I think it's still, just going to tap a little more ink in there. Okay, and it just gives it a little more pop. Okay, the pillow boxes are very sturdy, by the way. Craft cardstock. Okay, let me move that out of the way. I told you I would show you some materials. These are the stamps that came with the kit. I'll be opening up the kit from start to finish. This is what one of the Memories and More cardstock packs look like that I took out of the Color Theory collection. Okay, some of the stamps that came with it. This is just so nice. Be filled with thanks each day. I used Cajun Craze for all of these, and that just really looks nice. And then for the Keep Calm and Be Thankful, I used Cajun Craze, and I used soft suede, or I may have used fresh fig. Let me see what I used. I can tell you right now when I look at this, it's fresh fig. And the reason I know is it just matches this leaf because I made sure there's matching. Okay, now then, I thought since one of the colors was crushed curry, I would take some paper out of the cardstock from Color Theory, and I punched out with the leaf punch from the holiday catalog. I punched out some leaves from that stack, and that worked out really well. And I'm just going to remind you like where I used those. Like, see, I used them on the bookmark. Okay, and I used them on the cards. Okay, now there's the thank you, which is one of the stamps from the kit, and I used the banner punch, duet banners punch, okay, for that. And I inked around the edges with a little bit of powder pink. In fact, I did that for a lot of things. I inked around the edges for dimension. Okay, so for this, Keep Calm and Be Thankful, the stamp is from the kit, and I used the pretty label punch from the annual catalog. Okay, and then for the bookmarks, for both bookmarks, I used the tag topper punch. Okay, and then a piece of ribbon. Let me close that. Now these are incredible pieces that come with the kit, and I want to open up the kit to show you, and also show you something exciting that's coming up for the next couple months. These elements can be used for many other things. That's why I really love Paper Pumpkin, because you can just do all kinds of stuff with it, and it comes right when you need it. You don't have to dig for all your supplies. It just comes, shows up at your doorstep. Those are those foil stickers I told you about at the exact right moment. Now, I often order 2 kits because that's how I roll. The paper chef is very busy. So right now, I'm just gonna, I told you I'd open it from start to finish. Dun, dun, dun. The first thing when you open your Paper Pumpkin kit this month. And so, hello crafty friends, this is the Paper Chef here. And in the last video, I was cut off. Not only that, I think some of my projects were cut off a little bit. Sorry about that. So I just wanted to show you my alternative Paper Pumpkin projects for this month. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make part 2 of this video where I go through the materials that are in the Paper Pumpkin kit. Okay, here are some cards I made, card bases. I will be adding this card base to an old olive piece of cardstock once that comes in my order. And here's another card base I made, which I will be adding to a crushed curry piece of cardstock when that comes in my order. Here's one with powder pink, and I want to make sure you can see the whole thing. And here's a little card I made, and these are the projects that would be the typical, these two, the pillow box and this little card would be the typical projects that you made with Paper Pumpkin, and then the rest are what I made as alternatives. And then as promised, I told you I would open up the kit and show you from start to finish what comes in it. But in this case, I was cut off, so excuse me for already unwrapping it. It's not as exciting, but I have all the materials still in there. Now it's saying don't miss out because October and November kits are going to be matching up. So please check out my link because you can subscribe to Paper Pumpkin and you won't miss out on the next 2 kits which are going to coordinate and be holiday related. Okay, so all Paper Pumpkin kits come with a stamp set, and they come with a Stampin' Spot. At least one, sometimes you get 2. Now, the first time you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, you're also going to get an acrylic stamping block to attach these to. Okay, now, Cajun Craze, and here are your stamps. Keep Calm and Be Thankful. Okay, and thank you, and then this little one up there is be filled with thanks each day. Now look at the level of detail in those stamps. Just beautiful. I did order 2 kits so I can raffle off some of the extra stamps I have. Okay, the materials that come with it are a sheet of tags that are round, a sheet of tags with gold accents. You have little miniature cards made of soft suede with the texture. Okay, Blushing Bride envelopes to go with them. These are going to be perfect for the wood crate when I make a little gift for my friends to thank them. I can put these in the little wood crate. Okay, you get 8 pillow boxes with the textures, which I talked about inking those. You get glue dots, two sheets of beautiful foil leaf stickers. And just remember when you pull these off to make sure all the little bits are out of the center. They're just gorgeous. I'll be using those mostly for cards. And some twine, some mini dimensionals, clothespins, and look at all these incredible accents. I always make my paper pumpkin kit stretch because I like to make cards and other projects out of them. I think it's a great value for $19.95 a month to get all these bits and pieces, because I have lots of die cutting machines. As you know from watching my videos, I have Brother Scan and Cut, I have Cricut, I have all kinds of die cutting machines, Big Shots, Vagabond. But to cut all these out myself would take forever. So I really appreciate the color coordination, the fact that they're already ready to punch out. Okay, we get 2 sheets of these. Again, Old Olive, Soft Suede, Crushed Curry, Old Olive. And here's the best part, are these beautiful leaves with Blushing Bride. And as you know, my powder pink looked nice, kind of inking around the edges because it kind of went with this. And here are the ones that you're going to stamp. And in part 1 of this video, I showed you the MISTI tool and my trick for stamping those. And I used Soft Suede, Fresh Fig, and the Cajun Craze that came with it. Okay, so that's what comes in this kit, and all kits are equally as exciting. So please check out my links on how to subscribe. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.